This happened when I was 12 years old and studying in 7th class. Now, before I start, I would like to officially apologize to every teacher involved in this story, and especially to Rudra's parents, because what happened that day was absolute chaos. The cast of today's disaster, me, Avinash, Lucky, Rudra, and Vaibhav, 5 boys, 5 functioning bicycles, and exactly 0 functioning brain cells. It was a normal school day. First period, everything was fine. Second period, everything was still fine. Then during the break after second period, someone had the greatest, worst idea in human history. Guys, babe, what if we bunk school today? The entire group became silent, not because it was a bad idea, because it sounded amazing. Within 30 seconds, we had already formed a criminal-level operation. Our plan, escape after second period, return before school ended, nobody would know. Simple, perfect, flawless, absolutely terrible. Now here's the funny part. Every one of us had secretly brought 1,000 rupees. Don't ask why. Looking back, that itself should have been a warning sign. 5 boys, 5,000 rupees, no supervision. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. The bell rang. Third period started. Teachers entered classrooms. Students opened notebooks. And meanwhile, 5 future masterminds were sneaking out of school. The second we escaped the gate, we felt unstoppable. Like movie heroes. Like freedom fighters. Like idiots. We jumped on our bicycles and headed straight to the nearest mall. The moment we entered the mall, our confidence level increased by 500%. We started walking around like businessmen, even though most of us still looked like children who needed permission to cross the road. The first stop? Food court, obviously. Within 10 minutes, we had already ordered burgers, fries, pizzas, soft drinks, sandwiches, and things we couldn't even pronounce. At one point, Lucky ordered something just because the picture looked expensive. Nobody knew what it was, including Lucky. Then came the gaming zone. That place destroyed our finances. We played racing games, shooting games, basketball games, motorcycle games, claw machines, everything. At one point, Vaibhav spent 300 rupees trying to win a tiny keychain worth 20 rupees, and he still didn't get it. Then Avinash bought sunglasses, for absolutely no reason. He wore them indoors, while eating fries, and somehow thought he looked cool. Meanwhile, Rudra was busy convincing us that he could beat anyone in air hockey. 10 minutes later, he lost to a 7-year-old child. The group never let him forget it. By this point, we had completely forgotten school existed. Teachers? Forgotten. Homework? Forgotten. Future? Forgotten. We were living life. Then came our biggest mistake. We decided to watch a movie trailer area inside the mall. Hours passed. 4 hours. 4 entire hours. We had spent nearly 5,000 rupees. Our energy was gone. Our money was gone. Our intelligence had been gone from the beginning. Finally, we decided to return. The plan was simple. Reach school before the final bell. Pretend we had been there all day. Nobody would suspect anything. Easy. Right? Wrong. Very wrong. Because while riding back toward school, we saw a familiar car. A very familiar car. Rudra looked at it. The car looked at Rudra. The driver looked at Rudra. Then Rudra whispered, "Guys, I think that's my dad." Everybody laughed. Then the car made a U-turn. Nobody laughed. The next thing we knew, the car was following us. Rudra's father had spotted us, 5 school students, in school uniform, nowhere near school, on a random weekday, coming from a mall. The evidence wasn't exactly helping us. Panic mode activated. Everybody started pedaling, not because we could escape, but because our brains stopped working. The car caught us within seconds. The window rolled down, and Rudra's father simply asked, "What are you boys doing here?" Nobody answered, because nobody had prepared for this question. Avinash suddenly became interested in the sky. Lucky became interested in the road. Vaibhav became interested in his shoelaces, and I became interested in disappearing. Then came the phone calls. Parents, teachers, More parents, even more parents. The situation escalated faster than a movie climax. By evening, every parent knew everything, including how much money we spent. That information somehow made things worse. A lot worse. When I reached home, my father looked disappointed, my mother looked shocked, and I looked unemployed. The lecture that followed lasted longer than some school periods. Meanwhile, our grand plan had achieved exactly 3 things. We lost 5,000 rupees, we got caught, and we became famous among our teachers for all the wrong reasons. Even today, when the 5 of us meet, someone always says, "Remember the school bunk day?"